Hello dears, welcome to the channel Vida Pharma. Biochemistry topic gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis means gluco means glucose, neo means new and genesis means production. Carbohydrates are converted into glucose. In the presence of enzymes, breakdown takes place in the small intestine. Here some special circumstances like fat, amino acids, pyruvates are formed. Synthesis of glucose forms non-carbohydrate sources. The concept of gluconeogenesis. The average person eats food ultimately many times a day is converted into glucose, and this maintains the blood glucose level between 100 to 200 milligrams deciliter per day. Excess of glucose is converted into glycogen, which is stored in liver and which is used later when the blood glucose levels is falls. At the fasting stage, the blood glucose level is falling at excess 100 grams of glucose is depleted and maintain the blood glucose level. But this glycogen is reserved soon and depleted blood glucose level is gets falling. But sometimes of human body like nervous tissue RBC cells only utilizes glucose as a source of energy. So the substances like fat, amino acids, pyruvates gets converted into glucose by the gluconeogenesis and which maintains the blood glucose level. Site of gluconeogenesis. About 50 to 60% of gluconeogenesis takes place in the liver, 40% of this process takes place in kidneys, some minor places of glucose takes place in intestine. Metabolic reactions involves in glycolysis, Krebs cycle and some other reactions also. Food is converted into lot of complexes, so we consume food into lot of complexes. Carbohydrates forms throughout the day, which through the intestine converts the glucose 6-carbon compound. And in blood, specific enzymes can resolve these reactions upregulated during fasting. During fasting, upregulated means opposite direction. Pyruvate is converted into glucose. Other substances like propionate, first into intermediates of Krebs cycle is converted into pyruvate and then lactate is converted into pyruvate and which is converted into glucose later. Glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate in the presence of glucokinase. Here glucose 6-phosphate takes place an isomerization, fructose 6-phosphate is formed. Fructose 6-phosphate further reaction deforms fructose 1,6-bisphosphate in the presence of phosphofructokinase. Later several reactions takes place to form phosphoenol pyruvate. It is a irreversible reaction form 2,X pyruvate. Pyruvate first travels through the mitochondria by the specific carrier protein. In this mitochondria, pyruvate is converted into oxaloacetate by the enzyme pyruvate carboxylase. The enzyme which are present in gluconeogenic enzyme which are expressed during fasting. In this reaction, carbon dioxide is used and ATP is also used. Oxaloacetate is come back to the cytoplasm and through the enzyme phosphoenol pyruvate carboxykinase. GTP acts as a carbon donor. CO2 is liberated back. Phosphatase is the enzyme which is used for the breakdown of phosphate. Other compounds of propionate, lactate, glycerols are converted into glucose. Propionate first converted into succinyl-CoA, converted into oxaloacetate in the Krebs cycle. Oxaloacetate is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate. Irreversible reactions where takes place to form a phosphoenol pyruvate. In further reaction, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate in the presence of enzyme fructose 1,6-bisphosphatase and further forms a glucose. This is the total cycle of gluconeogenesis. Thanks for watching. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel Vida Pharma. Thank you.